Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream Minisode. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening, everybody.
And how are we doing tonight, Evan?
We are great. We're dry for now. I feel for if anybody out there is on the East Coast, my condolences.
Yeah, we're all about to be drooping because the hurricane is headed this way. Remember, was it?
It was a dark and stormy night.
It was like the movie
Oh,
that
really?
we watched this past Friday. Whenever the mayor was like, the monster's headed this way. The monster's the hurricane.
Right. It,
And
it is kind of like a monster.
it is.
We've
So
got a
it's a
man versus nature scenario here.
we're all dealing with nature. I see Glasher and Sparker in the chat. Welcome, and Glasher's saying, hey, no tornadoes in her neck of the woods. So there, I'm glad you're beating Mother Nature over there, but we're on the ropes over here on our in our
It could
turf.
be worse. We could have a hurricane and a tornado.
Yeah, that's true. Tornicane. I don't know. Let's figure out how
Oh,
you
the
would.
Tornicane?
Maybe that sounds kind of cool, right?
This sounds like a candy cane.
It does sound like a candy cane. That's right. Well, however you want to what's the word? Taxify. That's not the word. There's a word I'm looking for. Taxonomy. There's a word I can't find. But however you want to classify it, hopefully you're beating the weather. We're about to be up to our, hopefully not our knees in water, but it won't be that bad where we're at. But I know some other parts, like Evan said, especially on the East Coast, a little down south of us, definitely. I know it's not gonna be good. So we hope everybody is staying safe, no matter the whatever unpredictable summer weather is coming your way. And we're about to see the sun emerge from the clouds of the storm that has been the struggle of Gene Autry during our season 10 serial, which of course was The Phantom Empire, which we are concluding tonight with chapters 11 and 12. And this has been, it's been like a hurricane over on Gene Autry's ranch. When you have Thunder Riders, for crying out loud. I mean, you constantly.
Right, yeah, you don't need a big storm.
Yeah, I mean, you got them making the ruckus, and you got Queen Tika throwing around these lightning rays or whatever the hell they were blasting out a few chapters ago.
Right, yeah, her shoot anybody, anywhere, anytime ray that she just has.
Just like her Big Brother anytime, anywhere cameras that seem to be wherever she wants.
She's so worried about. She's
look,
she's terrified of a surface invasion, but it seems like she's good. Her city's pretty kitted up.
We could be here all night trying to figure out why the hell she's so worried about it, and then it's like, oh no, we need to get them here. We need to kill them, except I've got the worst guards and they're just gonna let them escape, and then the fugitives are just gonna spy through this giant open window in my grand fucking Oval Office, whatever it is that she just has this big mirror all-seeing device that
Right, I guess all the technology in the world can't save you from incompetent henchmen.
No, which we have learned from many serials on this show. But I think Queen Tika's henchmen, I mean, you're right, all henchmen are incompetent, let's just be honest. They wouldn't be henchmen.
Right, well, she's got a good variety of incompetent to just traitorous.
But you know who's always dependable and always reliable? the robots.
Champion the Wonder Horse.
Well, Champion too, but here specifically, it's the robots. I mean, come on.
Of course.
They're carrying the entire cereal on their back. I mean, you know, and I did appreciate. So basically, you know, I'd assume that most of the audience has been following along, but if you haven't, we're basically following singing cowboy Gene Autry as he is going on these adventures, basically through this underground advanced city of Morania, trying to escape this paranoid queen and these rebels who want to dissect him for some reason, which, you know, he's still pretty sore about. He still doesn't let that go. Gene has a memory like an elephant. Okay.
He took that one kind of personally.
He did. He said, and those guys who tried to vivisect me. It's like, I've totally forgot that they even tried to do that, but you're right, Gene. I'm glad that you didn't forget. But anyway, yeah, so, you know, Gene's been running around this city, and then his trusty sidekicks, I guess, Betsy and oh gosh, what's it? Johnny? That's not Johnny. Billy? It's not Billy. Betsy. I know the sister's name is Betsy, but I can't remember.
All that's coming to mind is Betsy Ross, but I know that's wrong.
No, well, her name is on the credits. It's Betsy King Ross, or Betsy Ross King. So you're right on the Ross, Betsy Ross. Like, that is her name.
Why I remember that.
And her name is Betsy in the serial. So
Ross is not the guy's name.
No, Ross, that would have been good.
What's the guy's name? Ross Betsy?
Could be. I don't know. We'll have to get that clarified tonight. But anyway, that, you know, they've been held hostage in the city, and I think where we left off, the rebellion had finally broken out, and they actually were very swift in taking over.
It was a successful. We had a coup. We witnessed a coup.
It was a coup that took all of like 4 minutes. It took absolutely
very
no time.
Quick. Pretty painless, I think.
Yeah, I
just kind of did it.
I mean, and so now Queen Tika is under guard, she's being held captive.
You could say that she's in chains.
Oh, because the title of tonight's episode is it The Queen in Chains or A Queen in Chains? Not that makes much of a difference.
It is A Queen in Chains.
A Queen in Chains. Okay, well, A Queen. We know who it is. It's Queen Tika.
Which queen?
Are they going to introduce another unrelated queen in the very last chapter?
Okay. Now, that would be some intrigue, actually. That it turns out this whole time there was the rightful heir to the throne.
Well, if this serial has been good about anything, it's been introducing conflict and raising the stakes. So obviously they got to start paying. I mean, they've paid some stuff off for sure in the last chapter especially, but you know, obviously they're going to be wrapping it up here, and we've got 2 chapters tonight. So double the fun, and a good way to finish off these season 10 minisodes. And you know, it's again, kind of it's always a special thing when we get these serialized stories, and you know, we alternate with TV shows. So we're also just appreciating what we got this summer, which was a really fun story with some really good characters. But
been a fun summer.
It has. But we've got to get into the conclusion of it. So, anything before we get into tonight's first chapter of The Phantom Empire, Evan?
So, you know, it occurs to me that, you know who doesn't have to worry about hurricanes?
Who would that be?
Well, let me just say, somebody call the president, because I've got an idea that I think he'll want to hear.
Oh.
We're gonna build a city under the desert.
So then you don't have to deal with weather anymore. It's just eliminated. The problem's gone. It's genius. Wow. Look at that. Well,
Yeah, this show was ahead of its time.
Yeah,
Predicting the future.
I mean, like all these, everything we watch, this is why we watch public domain horror media and sci-fi media, is because it's always predicting the future, as we see so often on the show. So, yeah, if you've got a direct line to President Joe Biden, so Evan can give him this.
I'm gonna give him the elevator pitch for my underground city.
And I think it's funny because I'll
say, hey, you remember that cartoon from when you were a kid? Or I'm sorry, that cereal from when you were a kid?
I was listening to a podcast today that was talking about, he was going into conspiracy theories about like these underground military bases, which don't obviously probably don't really exist, but I don't know what the sources were behind it, but something about if they were going to actually do something on the scale, it would cost like trillions of dollars to be able to basically build, because there is some underground military. There is at least one somewhere in the United States, and it has like its own police force, and it has like all these like things that a town would have, right? So, but obviously the cost.
Yeah, didn't Walt Disney want to build one of those?
Oh, it wouldn't shock me. Walt Disney wanted every kind of futuristic, crazy city. I mean, all the crazy ideas that he started having in his last like decade started.
Yeah, now here's an idea. We're gonna build a city under Florida.
Ooh, oh yeah. I mean, you have what would you call that? Like alternate dimension Disney, like the total like, it's got to be like terrifying and absolutely scary as shit. I think that's the only way to do it. You're underground. You got to go with the theme of the darkness, you know? You can embrace the darkness, which we do here every Wednesday. So we're about to break the darkness as we go down in this robot-operated elevator down to the depths of Morania. Anything before we get ready to go down for the almost final time, Evan?
Just say, cue the elevator music. Let's take a ride.
On that note, Evan, if you've got it queued up, which hold on, I gotta make sure I got it queued up properly. Let me just do that real quick like. Of course, I would be the one who's not ready. Aha. Okay, there it is. Okay, Evan, you got it queued up.
Oh, I already started watching.
Evan's man, we gotta catch up. Okay,
I do.
All right, here we go. That's true, Glastra, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna miss spending all our time in this futuristic city. Oh, why is my thing loading? Oh, okay, there it is. Wish I could wail on an instrument like these guys.
Then we'd have a violin stream.
Yeah, that would actually, I'd watch that. Somebody just going ham on the violin for like 3 hours.
Yeah, while stuff from the 1930s plays in the background.
Yeah, there you go. Now that's a show. Yep. Frankie. Okay, Frankie.
Frankie. Of course, how could we forget?
Yep. Well, now you're gonna need those surface men. But she was working with Gene already, basically. Oh, I forgot that Gene's buddies are in the robot costumes. Those two robots.
Right.
Not these robot costumes. We're scrapping. Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, Gene was about to get his head fucking soldered.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Gene.
You know they could not see out of those things.
No. Oh, God, no. I mean, for most of those guys, their heads probably come up to like the shoulders of those suits. They don't even go all the way up. Oh my God. Nice. Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah. It's like these guys that can't see torches.
Yeah. I love how the robot that got his torch taken was just looking at him like, what the hell? These robots don't even have expressions, but that one looked like it had an expression.
The Queen still has control of the palace. We'll be able to get out of here. I'll try to handle the controls from here.
Wow, way to go, Gene. Everything you touch explodes.
He's trying to kill us. We'll have to find another way out.
Bing! Oh, this elevator's on the fritz.
Stand by for orders from the Regency. The Queen is now in chains.
He said it.
He said it.
As Regency Order Number 1, you are to capture and destroy Gene Autry and his service companions who are now in the kingdom. Order Number 2, the Guard is to be equipped with new disintegrating ray guns, a sample of which is being sent to you now for a demonstration.
You all get new ray guns.
Yes, my lord.
Everybody look under your chair.
You get a ray gun, and you get a ray gun.
Has commissioned me to explain and demonstrate your new weapon. While its power is less, of course, than the jank machine located at Revolutionary Headquarters, you may safely depend upon this to destroy anything any member might encounter. For instance, now watch that piece of solid stone.
What the hell?
There is no limit to the power of radium when it is controlled.
All right, let's just Oh, nice. Oh, I got your ray gun, sucker.
I'll melt you down like wax.
Ooh.
Tie 'em up and be quick about it.
Gene
We're gonna
ain't
tie them all up together.
classic.
Make a single move, don't hesitate to use this ray gun.
So they all have to shuffle away.
Yeah, together.
Television telephone. We've got to rescue the Queen.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. Nice.
All right, come on.
Wow, Gene, just
over that thing again. What are we going after the Queen for? The only way we'll ever be able to get out of here. As long as the revolutionists are in power, the surface entrance will never be open. Where's this one go? This one to the radio reviving chamber. That one to the line pit. Orderly. Tag him for revival.
oh, that's right. They just revived him.
Uh,
What?
Play dead.
Oh, these bodies just got twice as big.
Yeah, send all of them to the lion pit.
This man will live. Tag him for the reviving chamber. This one too. Tag him for an extra heavy electric charge.
What?
This one's the lime pit.
Oh, Jesus.
Is he just deciding this at random?
Yeah, it
What?
seems like he has no medical expertise or skills whatsoever. He's just passing
What
judgment.
did you learn at Murania Medical School?
Oh, we didn't have a medical school.
I just walked in off the street.
Who told you I was a doctor?
Lime pit. I condemn you to the death chamber. Take him away. My good friend Mal, Seneschal of the Realm. It is a pleasure to condemn you to death.
Argo sucks.
We've got to get to the control room.
What? What?
5 more minutes.
Why would they do that? Why would they chicken out on Gene?
Makes this load a lot lighter.
It's
Tisk.
okay, they're gonna get brought back to life.
Well, hopefully it'll make them more smart too.
Got those radium brains.
Radium brains. I like. Youch.
Okay, I'm alive.
Yeah. It worked. It worked. Is he fucking dead now?
Been going all right? Perhaps I'm applying too much power.
How wild would it be if he's just dead
A
now?
little bit more.
Ah! Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty wild if they just killed off one of the comic relief characters.
That would be
second to last
nuts.
episode. Just for no reason.
Oh, he's going in through that same window.
Going in- secret entrance.
God damn it. From the stairs?
Queen, you will see some of your faithful followers.
It's just a security
enjoying the very
risk.
gift to which you have sent so many. Build up 200,000 volts. The prisoners in the death chamber. Always prepared. Proceed. Execute.
Stride, 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 execute.
In honor of your good friend Mal, we shall witness his end from the television screen. See? Mal is entering the death chamber.
Faces of death over here.
Why don't you look? This is the last time you will ever see your faithful Senator. Execute!
God, brutal, Argo.
Look, and you will now see Mal's
Jeez.
remains being carried away to the Cavern of the Dune. I trust you are enjoying this.
What happens in the Cavern of the Doomed?
Not even
You just throw all your dead bodies there?
a death caused by Rab's disintegrating atom-smashing machine?
Not even that. Lead me away.
Oh, shit.
They're taking the Queen to her death at Rebel headquarters. We've got to save her. But how are you going to do it? I'll get to Rebel headquarters through the chute from the death chamber. You've got to open the trap door for me. How? Climb through the window to the control room. Count 200, and by that time I'll be there. Then close the switch that opens the trap door. Hurry. But which switch is it? It's the one with 3 blades in the center of the control board. But gee. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 37, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. We've got to get rid of him.
Hmm. What? Nice.
58, 59, 60.
You just kind of jumped on him.
Yeah.
You
Knocked him
Knocked
out
out.
cold.
the first to test the life-destroying power of my disintegrating atom-smashing ray. When turned on in full force, this machine is capable of destroying all civilization. For instance, the disintegrator is capable of reducing this to a transparent gas in the twinkling of an eye.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah, that's pretty close to all of civilization, right?
Yeah, same thing.
So that you may appreciate fully what is to happen to you, I shall start the machine. Now, if the ray were turned on you, you would be suffering pain. When all feeling would stop, the moment the notch was turned to this, because you would be paralyzed. Now the very atoms of your body would be disintegrated.
It would give me pleasure if the same were to happen to you.
But
Uh.
it won't.
Whoa.
I never heard a queen scream.
And you never will, sucker. Sheen's on the fritz.
We got over the trapdoor and let Gene into Rebel headquarters. Well, I forgot what switch he said.
I forgot why we were
This
counting.
guy.
How can you close a switch that's already closed? You've done the wrong thing. Oh, it can't be that one. He didn't say it had 2 blades.
I turned it up, Glaster. Let me know
Kill Gene.
if that's better.
We've got to find the switch that opens the trap door. What are we going to do? Let's start off.
Oh my god, they just got everything going out of control.
Is this how the revolution's gonna collapse?
What are the what? What are the robots
There's a-
dancing for?
There's a lever that makes the robots dance.
Seems like they could be having a little more fun down in Morania. What?
And they're killing Gene.
Oh, you pulled every switch in the room. I guess we got the right one.
They were. Oh God! What?
Well, that was
Oh,
close.
sick. Yeah, sorry we almost death chambered Eugene. How's he gonna get in there? Ooh.
Look out!
Sock it to him, Gene. Oh, what? Oh my god, dude. You trying to bite Gene? Damn. Oh no, oh Gene.
He's being
Oh.
disintegrated.
The next chapter at this year next week.
Mm.
What? I don't think that's right. And guess what? It's not, because you won't have to wait till next week, because we will be watching the exciting conclusion, the final chapter of the Phantom Empire after a break. But that was chapter 11, the penultimate chapter. What did we think, Evan?
Poor Gene. He's gonna get his face melted off by that ray gun.
I mean, and you got to think he's already kind of got to be feeling a little bit weakened from the electricity of the death chamber. So,
Right, yeah. Probably, how many of those 200,000 volts do you think he just caught?
you know, at least a few 100,000. You know, not all 200,000. Pretty close though. Yeah, I mean, and then scrapping with that guy, and then immediately taking the death ray to the face. That definitely. I was kind of shocked to see Gene lose that fight, but I mean, you had to get him.
Yeah.
Had to get him into the cliffhanger somehow. So.
Yeah, we need this is our low point, I guess. He's got to come back from this.
Yeah, although I'll say, like, plot-wise, there wasn't really a lot to this one. This was I don't want to say filler, but it was just like, all right, we got to go rescue the queen, and we're going to be fighting with everybody the whole time. And which is,
yeah.
I'm not complaining about it. It was an enjoyable episode, but there wasn't necessarily the progression that you see in other chapters, which was interesting.
Yeah. Well, good thing we'll get to see how this shakes out.
I mean, some payoffs, hopefully. I mean, I want to know. We didn't see anything with those scientists in this chapter. So, obviously.
Yeah, what are they up to?
Those
Are they
bastards.
still stuck in that pit?
I hope. Well, that's right. They were stuck in a pit. I hope that the justice is served. And those bastards end up in prison for a long time. Killing Frankie and Betsy's dad like that. And pinning it on Gene. That's egregious.
All for radium.
For radium. For what? And it's, you're still gonna have to fight with the Moranians. Gene is like not even, Gene's the least of your concerns, but they were giving Gene a hard time, just making his life way more difficult. But, now we see here the fate of Morania is in Gene's hands. So, I don't know. Maybe Queen Tika will now save Gene, and then I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're very shortly how it all concludes. But hey, that was
maybe this is Tika to redeem herself.
I think so. I could definitely see that in her arc for sure. She has the room for redemption, her heart. So we'll see. And yeah, I mean, it's got to be about time for Gene to make another broadcast too, wouldn't you think? So hopefully we'll get a song in the last chapter
to wrap this whole thing up.
You would hope.
Let there be a song.
We got no songs in the last chapter, which I mean, there was fighting the whole time, so I guess I can understand why you maybe couldn't take a break to sing a song, but
yeah. But we got dancing robots. That was
we did.
My
they
favorite part.
did. I was very surprised by that. I was not expecting to see that. I mean, first you get them in the beginning with the blow torches, and then you get a whole bunch of them dancing. And like, what can't they do? These robots are on fire right now. So hopefully they give them like a big finish. We'll see. At least some decent screen time in the last chapter. We can only hope. I mean, and I'm trying to think if there's any other loose ends that they need to tie up. But it's been a very tight serial. It's been pretty balanced in terms of story and action, and kind of giving you what you need to stay engaged. And so I'm definitely looking for some payoff, because
some payback.
Gene Autry style. Which Gene Autry style, if you don't know, was a very honorable and true blue and straight up. Again, I don't know what Gene Autry's cowboy code was, but Gene Autry's cowboy code had a big effect on people in terms of instilling some values into them. And so you got to appreciate that. And we've talked about Gene Autry across these 12 episodes, and we talked about how obviously he was the kind of like the first singing cowboy, and arguably the most famous. And he had a long career in film, he had a career in television, obviously in music, not only for country western but Christmas songs. The man still, his Christmas songs hit the charts every Christmas. So he did something right. And the savvy businessman that he was owned his whole catalog, and I think his movie catalog. He bought that too. So he's one of those rare artists who attained or retained the ownership of his work, which is very rare and very difficult. But that's why Gene is like an interesting guy, because he just happened to be able to make those kind of deals. And obviously also, baseball owner of the Angels for, a long till the 90s. So
yeah, man, he was a busy guy, wasn't he?
He was. I mean, that's what it is like. Kind of cool to see. We don't get a lot of Westerns on this program, obviously. And the like cowboy stars of the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, like, I mean, we cannot, I think it's very hard to compare what their like level of stardom was like, like because these movies, these Western serials, it was very popular with kids, right? Um, but they obviously had a huge fan base. Gene had a huge fan club, and obviously television like just took that to a whole other level after the movies. And yeah, I mean, and I think he made his last films in like the late 50s. I think that he retired he lived into the 90s. So I mean he retired at a relatively young age, and from films. Of course, he probably kept singing, and certainly, like we said, Major League Baseball and business, he was still pretty heavily active, but he stepped back from the movies. When some other like John Wayne, he wasn't a singing cowboy, but I mean, John Wayne obviously went right up till his last few years. Roy Rogers, I think, even made like a movie in the 70s, like more of a gritty revisionist Western. I don't even know if it was that. But yeah, Gene Autry never felt the need to like, I got to try to find some film stars. He counted himself pretty lucky. So what we've got during this break is a little Gene Autry retrospective in the style isn't the right phrasing, but basically we've got an obituary, a news obituary for Gene Autry from 96, 97, I think was when he passed away. And it is pretty comprehensive, pretty good overview. And I cut it to cut out some of the songs. That way we don't get flagged. But I'm sure that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer might set off some alarm bells. So, it's like, well, I better cut it.
Just imagine that.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone in the audience can just conjure up that song in your head.
Yeah, you'll hear a couple notes from it. You'll know what it was. And obviously including this here in the spirit of fair use, because we are talking about Gene Autry and wanting to, as we conclude the Phantom Empire, to kind of get a little retrospective on his life and legacy. It's this little news report. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And then when we come back, we will get into the exciting final chapter of the Phantom Empire. So stick around. We'll be right back.
91 years old. For 3 decades, he was one of the most popular stars around, thanks to movies, TV, and radio. Gene was a success in most everything he tried, starring in westerns, singing and writing Christmas classics like Here Comes Santa Claus, and becoming a multi-millionaire businessman. Terry Bumgarner takes a look at the life and legend of Gene Autry.
He was America's first and favorite singing cowboy, but Gene Autry was much more than that.
Well, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Just look at these incredible numbers from an unmatched entertainment career. He starred in 93 feature films and later 91 half-hour TV shows. He recorded 635 songs, writing or co-writing over 200 of them, and he sold over 50 million records.
We welcome to the Walk of Fame, for the 5th time, Gene Autry. Hello.
He's the only person to have 5 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, one each for his work in theater, films, TV, radio, and records. When he quit performing, he threw himself into business and baseball as owner of the California Angels. He made it all sound pretty simple.
I learned a lot from other people. If I come across something that I didn't know exactly what to do about it, why, I'd ask somebody that knew and would tell me, and that I'd take advantage of that. Whatever I was doing, I wanted to try to do the best I could.
He began his career in radio and gained a national following when he joined Chicago's WLS Barn Dance. He also recorded hundreds of songs, including one of the biggest sellers of the early 1930s.
I think Silver Hair Daddy of mine was probably one of my favorites because it kind of gave me a hit song to start with.
His songs heavily influenced both country and Western music. In 1969, he was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Ironically, though, his biggest hit wasn't a country song at all. It was a Christmas song his first wife, Ina, helped talk him into recording.
And she said, you know, I think you should listen to that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer again. Said, you know that line in there, they wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Said, I think the kids might like that because said he turned out for where he was a hero. And I said, well, I'll give it some thought. So it turned out to be a big hit for me, far bigger than I ever expected.
Gene Autry's movie career proved to be far bigger than he expected as well. In fact, he wasn't sure there'd be a movie career after his debut in 1934.
Well, frankly, after I saw myself in a movie for the first time, I wasn't carried away. I said, look, maybe the movies is not for me. Maybe I'd better stick to playing the guitar and singing.
So what up? Well, live.
I don't think that most actors see themselves for the first time are very happy with themselves. And I was one of those. I wasn't very happy with it.
Sure.
But evidently, why somebody liked it because I made a lot of them after that.
He went on to become the country's #1 Western star. By 1940, only Mickey Rooney, Clark Gable, and Spencer Tracy had more box office drawing power. He would, in his 93 starring roles, become a hero to millions. That's a role he took seriously, particularly when it came to kids.
I knew that I had a lot of fans that were kids. And I said, well, I can remember this, that when I was a kid, why, some of those cowboys like Tom Mix and Harry Carey and people like that, if I could have shook hands with them, it would have made me feel great.
Sure.
And I said, I'll never turn one of these kids down. I think that I handled being a movie star just very, very low key. I didn't go around bragging on myself, oh, I'm Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, or anything like that. I became everybody's buddy on radio and on TV and everything else. I tried to be like their friend.
Gene Autry was 91 years old.
And we are back. So that was a little Gene Autry, you know, a little obit, but also some interview footage with him there and, you know, some pretty funny stuff. He was low key. You heard it from the man himself. He was low key. He didn't say, oh, I'm Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, even though he could have. He didn't do that. I love how he fully is acknowledging that. I didn't say, oh, I'm Gene Autry, the singing cowboy.
That
like,
makes me so humble.
Well, I guess there must have been some people. I guess that, I mean, maybe he had a beef with Roy Rogers. See, did their beef, Roy Rogers, Arby's. He had a beef with Roy Rogers. Roy Rogers probably said, oh, look at me. I'm Roy Rogers. I'm the other singing cowboy. I don't know if they had a feud. I should have looked into that. Damn it. I should have seen, did Roy Rogers and Gene Autry have a feud? I never looked into it's all right because, you know, again, we got 12 weeks out here on Gene Autry's Ranch, and it was a lot of fun. So we're about to get into the final chapter of The Phantom Empire, and the title of this chapter is... I don't have the playlist on. Let's see.
It is called The End of Morania.
Oh no, I don't like how that bodes. That doesn't sound good at all. I don't like how that sounds at all. It makes me really scared for Morania. What's gonna
Guys, this
happen
is Peggy.
to our friends?
Are they gonna disintegrate this entire city?
It's possible. Oh, yeah, maybe.
End of civilization. He didn't say which one.
That's true. That'd be pretty nuts, actually. Well, I'm on the edge of my seat. Obviously, we've got a lot at stake here, a lot to be paid off. Anything before we take that final elevator ride down to Morania, Evan?
I think what's gonna save the day is the power of song. It's the only thing that can beat a disintegration ray. Everybody knows that.
That's science. On that note, Evan, if you have it queued.
And yes.
On that note, Evan's got it queued up, so we're going to go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of the Phantom Empire and the season 10 minisodes of the Scream Stream. This is chapter 12, The End of Morania, right now. Oh, I'm gonna miss this music.
Maybe we'll hear it again.
Oh, there's a very good chance of that.
What are the junior Thunder Riders up to?
That's a great.
Aren't they supposed to be going to the rescue?
As they're just puttering around in the desert. Oh, the end of Murray. Oh.
The city gets destroyed by a bunch of kids. Dark times for Morania.
Seriously. I know we'll hear this music again. Just in here hitting buttons.
So they did unwittingly open the trap door, but they intended to do that.
That's what they were supposed to do.
They
Though.
just did it by accident.
Oh.
They did it accidentally on purpose.
This guy beating the shit out of Gene. Oh.
Oh. Close one.
What? That's what he wanted to do. Ooh.
Whee.
Whoa. Oh, just in the nick of time.
Is the disintegration ray really a fate worse than death? He said that you didn't feel anything, right?
Well,
it paralyzes you.
Yeah. What?
Okay. In a pinch, a boot can be used.
Yeah, makes sense. Yep, hit this big guy. You got to put your boot into it.
You're hurt. Come on, Jean, let's get out of this badger. We must get Her Majesty back to the control room.
There they are. Make away with them.
Uh-oh. Nice.
Got him.
They like the same. Break the door down.
Disintegrate it. Uh-oh. What happened to this guy?
The Queen has escaped and is headed for the control room. Escaped? Yes. And if she reaches there, she will regain control of the Empire.
We better rush them.
No, they're heavily armed.
Whoever controls the switches controls the Empire.
They're heavily armed.
You can't take on 2 guys.
What are they playing them like
Cut it out.
they've got controllers or something?
Rock'em sock'em robot.
Rock'em sock'em stabby stabby robots.
Bash 'em, slash 'em.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, Gene. Disarm. This guy's still moving.
Stand back from that door. What are you going to do?
Melt it down with the disintegrator ray.
Oh,
There they go. Now
yeah.
they're thinking.
Took him long enough.
I'll just set it
Turn
to
it on
door.
full power. I don't dare risk it. I will lose control. Speed the machine. We move too slowly.
Oh my God! It's gonna. This is gonna destroy the whole city.
Television needs to move to the rebel headquarters. I must keep an eye on them until my forces are organized.
Speed the machine. We move too slowly. Unless we get off recapture the Queen, we shall have lost the revolution. Up the disintegrator. Shut up! You're not be safe.
No, Argo. Oh my
It's
God.
out of control. How could you have foreseen this, Argo?
Yeah, it's not like somebody was grabbing your arm telling you not to do this. Oh, we get a close-up on dead Argo. Yeah.
It will eat its way through the Empire.
Isn't there any way to stop it?
No, you've got to leave at once. I'll watch through the television screen till you reach the surface level. Then I'll operate the controls that open the secret entrance.
You must come with me.
To the mad world above, it would be a living death. A suffering far greater than the destiny which awaits me here. I shall die with my people.
Oh my
I
God.
can't leave you here.
You must.
Down with the ship.
As for me, I am glad that uranium is being destroyed. It is better than an invasion from the surface world. The
Yikes.
time is short. Go at once. Or Frankie and Bessie, who are waiting above, will also be destroyed.
He doesn't want to
He's
leave
taking
her.
this really well.
Well, Jean really does. Yeah, she is, but Jean is like, he has no reason to want to save her. It doesn't make any sense, but he's like, does not want to leave her behind.
He's too good.
Well, we got to take a couple of these
Such a good
robots
guy.
back with us. Come on.
I mean, right.
Oh, no. Oh, I didn't need to see
Melt it
that.
down.
I didn't need to see the
Our
robot
eyes.
melting. Oh.
They're gone.
Going to the great foreground in the sky.
Get some horses ready. Warm uranium is melting away.
Damn, she is hardcore. She just has a last minute change of heart. It's like, nah, actually, I hadn't changed. I still don't like you, Gene.
Switch control Ray the whole time.
I'm still gonna kill you. We can't leave these horses here to die. Is that what he said? He's gonna save all the horses.
Oh, great. So horses. So wait a second.
They
How
don't-
come the horses don't have to wear
I
helmets?
was just thinking the same exact thing.
They're Moranian horses, or do these guys steal horses from the surface?
Oh no. Oh, Queen Tika.
Ugh.
This is
Not
depressing.
feeling so good, Mr. Stark.
Damn. Wait, I changed my mind. Oh, is she going to her throne? Damn, that is some fucking queen shit right there. Oh man, it's like
Bully for her dignified death, but what about everybody else in the city?
I know. Well, and what about the ranch above? Oh my god.
Yeah, what the hell? There's gonna be a giant sinkhole.
I was sure a narrow escape, all right, Gene. But it was worth it. I learned a lot of new scientific things.
Going back to Morania someday.
Great.
See what's left.
I'm afraid there isn't very much left of the city. But we'll probably find enough radium to make us all rich. It's under our ranch property. Look! It's our Junior Thunder Riders Club, and they got the sheriff with them.
Oh, to the rescue.
What do you mean our ranch property?
He'll arrest you on that murder charge.
Not if I can help it. I've got some business with Professor Beatson and the rest of those scientists.
Yes, you do.
You took the deal.
I want to go see him beat the shit out of those guys. Those scientists.
Crikey! That day, Oscar, we'd have looked it all
Let's go
over
beat
for
up
you.
these
What a
nerds.
terrible experience.
All of Morania was destroyed. Everybody was killed.
I don't believe anything about this Morania business.
Huh.
Where's Gene Autry?
You mean Gene was killed too?
Nice.
I'm sorry. I know how you feel. Perhaps it's just as well I'd have had to arrest him for your father's murder. Maybe we better get back to the ranch. Come on, boys.
Got him, sucker.
What's
Woohoo.
wrong with this electroscope? Or else there's been a terrific disturbance in the underground kingdom. What do you mean? The radium deposit we're after has moved 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet farther? I'm not turning another tap until I know how I cut in this deal.
We're through until we know that we're going to get our share of the profits.
And what makes you think you're going to share in the profits? You're getting salaries?
All right? If you won't divide up, we're quitting.
Ooh.
Mistake, Beeson.
Are they digging by hand?
Oh, they were using dynamite.
Suppose I should tell the sheriff who killed Tom Baxter. They won't.
The dirty double.
All we have to do is blast another half mile through this rock.
Oh shit.
Oopsie.
We'd better get back to Radio Ranch before someone thinks we had something to do with this.
Wait, what? What about the other guy? Oh, is that him? Nice. Oh shit.
Who shot you? You might as well tell me. It was,
Damn.
Suppose Gene don't get back in time for the broadcast.
and we'll lose the contract and Radio Ranch, too. G-E-N-E. That's him now. You wait here and keep your eyes open for the sheriff.
Gotta lock this up tight.
saw anything? One of the scientists killed sharks. Are you sure? Absolutely sure in my own mind. And I'm certain that one of them killed your father.
In my own mind.
Well, how are you gonna
Yeah,
get
I don't know. It doesn't sound very sure.
Through the secret passage.
It's not
Get
evidence.
my horse, ride in time for the broadcast. And while it's going on...
Good afternoon, friends of Radio
It's
Ranch.
what I
We're on the
believe.
air again, bringing you melodies from the Wild West. Introducing Gene Autry.
You can't see it, but he's making an entrance.
Before I go into a broadcast, folks, I've got a little information that I'm sure will be of interest to all of you. Some time ago, you had the unfortunate experience of being real ear witnesses to a real murder during one of our broadcasts. But our
Autry, he's broadcasting.
riding on the desert, came across a wounded man about to die. But before he passed away, he told me who shot him. It was the same man that killed Tom Baxter. And his name... Start playing.
Oh. That's sick. Oh, what is he gonna get back to the microphone? Oh no, he's just. Oh, okay, there we go. These fucking guys.
Oh, here we go. Now let's give them something to do.
I guess they've been upgraded to the senior Thunder Riders, huh? Oh shit!
Oh jeez.
Got him. I love how they make it look like that's nothing. I feel like that would fucking hurt.
Oh, absolutely. Drug behind a horse. Jeez.
Well, I guess your clothes were a lot thicker back then, so maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's like tubing.
Right. Yeah, you got some of that original Levi denim.
Yeah. That shit don't tear. Damn, you whopped him good.
And tell him who killed Tom Baxter.
I don't know anything about it.
You know plenty. Sharp told me everything before he died.
Sure, I killed Tom Baxter. But how are you going to prove it? You'll never make the sheriff believe you didn't do it.
I think you're wrong there, partner. That is, if Frankie learned anything about television down in Urania.
Well, that sure clears Gene.
Wow, he learned some shit about television, all right.
Well, I've been working on it for a long time. And all I've needed is this little gadget. And I brought it from the Morania that you wouldn't believe in. A long, long time ago, as all you folks should know, Uncle Noah built himself an ark.
Oh, he already sang this one.
The rain was sure a fright. The animals
Yeah.
tore his ark apart.
That's what we're gonna end on? A repeat?
Even the long-eared jackass was there. Quack, woof, they all said who?
I mean, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I can't be too
In
mad
the
at
last
that.
broadcast of a hectic season, I hope that the Junior Thunder Rider Club all over the country and their friends have enjoyed our broadcast. Because next year, we'll all be with you again. You can come up to Radio Ranch. We'll all go back to Urania with Frankie and Betsy. Radio Ranch signing off, wishing you all happiness and good luck.
So we gotta start signing off.
I love that whole sign off, man. Oh, that was great. Oh, wow. That was the thrilling, and I do mean when I say that, the thrilling conclusion If I could just get my mouse to work, suddenly I can't even see my cursor. Let's see. Hold on. Where is it? What in the tarn? What in the all right. Let's see. Okay. Good. All right. That was the exciting conclusion of the Phantom Empire. What did we think, Evan?
You know, I mean, it certainly wrapped everything up. That's really not the what I was expecting to happen with Tika and Morania.
No, I thought they were
Who
gonna
could
do
have saw that coming?
some cheesy thing where Jean brought her out and I don't know how they would have made that work. And yeah, Glastra, it was the Gremlins and the Caligari Curse teaming up, but I outsmarted them this time. But yeah, it was funny that they didn't do a kind of a cliched thing. It was pretty like depressing, honestly.
Pretty grim.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this entire beautiful futuristic city to just be disintegrated.
Disintegrated.
Yeah, it's intense. Yeah, like I mean, Argo was disintegrated. I mean, they were all. I guess they were all. I guess Queen Tika. They were all disintegrated. The poor robots. I felt like that was too much. Seeing the robot get melted. I really.
No, it's so sad.
It was sad.
I mean, I guess like, isn't that just like if you boiled down science fiction into just like a single thesis statement, isn't it something like that where like the warning about technology that it just you destroy yourself with it or something?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of science fiction is definitely trying to ring the alarm bells about God, going back to Frankenstein, which some consider to be the first science fiction novel. It's all about warning you about, going too far with trying to, break new ground. And
because I was trying to think like this is before the bomb or anything, so it's not like it would necessarily be referencing. I mean, I don't know what it would be referencing technology wise, but
on the flip side of that though, it is funny the way that Frankie repurposed their technology to clear Jean's name, right?
Yeah, I did like that.
Which was another little touch I wasn't expecting, like
is it little glimmer of hope, little touching ending, and all it cost was an entire civilization of people. All those poor people.
Yeah, it definitely kind of a bummer for sure. But above ground everything worked out great,
yeah.
I mean, Jean's, Jean can go back to yeah, I mean it really is. He's back on top where he was when he started. And I love Jean's whole sign off there, It's like it's here now we're signing off the end of a very busy season. I don't know, he said whatever he said. It was just like very
hectic
yeah, that's what he said. A very hectic season. It's like, oh wow, Not that our season has been hectic, but I mean, we were.
Nobody tried to vivisect us.
No, we were lucky. Caligari Curse does a lot of things, but luckily it hasn't gone so far as to make Evan and I become some kind of bizarre mad scientist experiments. But knock on wood. So far, so good. But yeah, I mean, it was really the best serial I think that we've seen on this
I think so. I think this one's probably my favorite.
in these for sure mine. And
Imagine if Merciless Ming had just been like, well, everything's collapsing around me. I'm
Mi-
just gonna accept my fate.
Ming is not enough of a badass to do that. Ming's a fucking little bitch. Ming, it just gets all huffy about being thwarted and then, zooms off in his spaceship and he just, twirls his mustache till he comes up with a new plan and designs
It's
20 more outfits.
weirdly refreshing to see a villain. Like, it's almost hard. I mean, like, when lest we forget, she was not a good person, not a good leader. I guess kind of pretty tyrannical.
Yeah, authoritarian.
Yeah, but she didn't do the stereotypical villain shtick there at the end.
No, she did not. Cause she could have. I mean, again, and you go really to the writers. They could have done anything, but it's a very nihilistic isn't the word, but it is definitely just for her to be like, you know what, we can't do anything about this. So
I'm glad that Uranus is being destroyed.
I'm over it anyway. I'm done with this. Yeah, I mean,
I think the city's pretty much run its course.
I did not see that coming. No, that was unexpected, but definitely, again, it speaks to the strengths of the writing of this serial overall, which I think is why it's the best of the ones that we've seen here on our minisode. So, yeah.
I'll be thinking about this one.
I for sure will, and this is one that I hate it because I wish they had made more like these, and and I'm sure that I'll be able to find some more kind of like serials that have sci-fi themes with maybe some Western themes, but in terms of this was a really good cross of the two genres, I think, and I mean, it was just something different, and it was nice to get a little bit of when would you ever have thought when you signed on to the show over 2 years ago, Evan, that you'd see anything with a singing cowboy?
I really would not, especially not on a public domain horror show.
No, but we got there, and that is the beauty of this show.
We moseyed our way on over.
We do. We catwalk out on some pretty thin branches you wouldn't expect to be on this tree of public domain horror, but they're all there. And we find ourselves teetering along and having a good old time on that tree. So now we gotta move back in, and we gotta get ourselves on a hefty branch of some anthology horror series.
Climb up to the next tier.
Yeah, we'll be back on TV series next season for the minisodes, and I have not figured out yet. I mean, we've kind of gone through a lot of the really solid horror sci-fi anthologies. There might be one or two more. I've almost thought about doing like not a grab bag, but almost like there's, for a lot of shows, there's like just one episode that's public domain, right? Like Boris Karloff's Thriller has one episode that's public domain. There's some other shows that have just like an episode.
Kind of a potpourri.
Yeah, so I thought about maybe just doing that, just mixing it up. But I'll look through it. I'm gonna take some time. I told Evan I've already been working on the schedule for the next season of the mainstream, and it's shaping up to be a good one. I'm happy with it. There's definitely some boxes that I feel like we're gonna check off, and some staples, and also maybe at least one kind of controversial choice. At least to me it's controversial, and maybe if you're more of a film purist it'll be controversial, but it's probably not really that controversial. But to me, I'm like not sure how I even feel about showing this particular movie because it's like it's just we'll get into it. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So, but we'll be taking this Friday off, next Friday off, and then we'll be back on it that week following. And we'll have
in the fall
season. And that's the thing. I try to pick some fall feeling films. So it is. It's our favorite time of the year. So please celebrate it with us. And again, we appreciate Glastra and Spark chatting with us tonight and
thanks for hanging out, guys.
Celebrating this finale with us. And we will definitely be back on YouTube when the new seasons start. At least one of our strikes, or yeah, I guess it's a strike. Community guidelines, not copy. That's not even a copyright strike. That's the thing. Fucking community guidelines. So at least one of those will expire. So we'll be back on YouTube for hopefully the whole spooky season. And definitely looking forward to that. Of course, if you want to keep track of what we're going to be watching, all that, you can find us over on the socials at Scream Stream Show, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Of course, if you want to catch up on any of our past episodes, we're over on YouTube at Scream Stream Live. And if you want to follow Evan or myself on the socials, you can find me over on Twitter at Spakenstein, and Mr. Evan Sink is on Twitter and Instagram at Caligari Cursed. Anything before we sign off for the season 10 minisodes, Evan?
Well, I think there's only one way to sign off.
I think so.
So let's just go ahead and go for it.
All right, let's go ahead. I wish I could yodel. Oh my god, dude, that's such a talent. All I can do is
well, we sound like ghosts.
It's good. We're on theme. Until next season, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all a good fright.